Alright, so welcome team, welcome to the Learn via elearn.com classes. So in today's class, in continuation of my previous class where I have explained you about different things in sorting, like what is sorting, why we need sorting and different types of sorting and all. Today I will start with a fresh new topic of sorting, which is insertion sorting, right? And in this topic I will cover from the very basic thing about what is sorting basically, right? And why is it called as a insertion sort. Alright, I will explain you step by step, right? I will take an example, I will explain you and use the same example to explain the algorithm or pseudocode, right? So that it will give you a good idea about insertion sort, right? And then finally I will write a program. I'm very much sure by the time when I was writing the program most of the things are very clear to you, but even then I will write a program in front of you and will execute the program. I will explain the program also step by step every line, and we'll see if the program is get executed as per my insertion sort or not. Alright, so let's get started. So what is insertion sort, by the way, right? So if I ask what is insertion sort and why is it called as the insertion sort, right? See, as the name says, insertion, right, is clearly means there is something going on which is inserting, right, while doing sorting. How? Let's see. For example, I am having a array of some elements. Let's say let me take a 56, 27, let's say 3, 21 and then 1, right? So now if I want to sort this element using insertion sort, I need to perform some logic behind this regarding insertion. What was that? It's like in insertion sort, first of all we pick an element, right? Number one, we compare that element to his previous element. If the previous element is greater than, we move that element to the current location, right, where my which is in my case is 27. Then we again check for his previous element, right? If there is a previous element, we see if that element is smaller than to my 27 or to my current number or not, right? Or greater than to my current number or not, right? Or even if there is no as such element in the array, like in my this current case, right? And if on the and on this basis uh, of condition, right, on this sets of condition, we will find the correct position of my current number, right, and we insert that element to that particular position, right? So what is this insertion sort? Insertion sort, let's say let me write it down. In insertion sort is a simple sorting algorithm, right, in which a comparison of an array happen, of an array element, in which we oops, in which we compare with his previous element, number one, right? and insert the element to his proper place. Right. Now, what exactly we do in this insertion sort? Let's say, let me take the same example. 56, 27, 3, 21 and 1. Right. In insertion sort, first of all, we pick up the element which is on my first position. Right. And we'll compare that element to his previous element, as I said. Right. So first of all, what we need to do, let me write an algorithm side by side. Algorithm would be like, first of all, I need a for loop from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to length of an array. Let's say my array is a minus 1. Right. Let me write in this way, otherwise it will reflect that the name of the array is length. Right. Now I'm having an array which is having a length a. I'm sorry, I'm having an array of a. Right. Let's say the name of the array is a, and I am executing the for loop up to my length of the array. Right. In this, I am starting my for loop from 1 because I want to pick up my first element of the array. Right. Now, after that, as I said, I am going to pick my first element, so I will take the first element and store that value into my temp variable. Right. Why temp? Because I am going to check this element to every element to his previous one. Right. So here the value of a of I, which is a of 1, is 27. So the value of temp is 27 as of now. Right. Now team, I need one more variable. Why? Because I need to go to my previous element. Right. That's why to do this iteration, I need one more variable which will be like I minus 1. So the value of I as of now is 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Right. This will help me to navigate to my previous location. Right. To move towards successor element. I think font size is too big because if it's that much big, it will not cover the compute algo. Okay. Now after that, I will execute a while loop under which I will check if the element which is on my temp is smaller than a of I. I'm sorry, a of j. Means here I am checking if 27 is smaller than 56, because the value of j here is what? 0. Right. So I am checking if 27 is smaller than a of j, which is a of 0, which is 56. Right. And we also need to check if the element is my last element or not, right? Maybe it's possible that this is my the last element. If I move forward, if I move backward towards the in my array, right? So to check that, I need to check if j is greater than or equal to 0 or not, right? So in if these two conditions satisfy, that means I need to perform some insertion here. Insertion would be like, I will move, let me take this 56, right, to first location, means as at 27th place, right? And remember, 27 is still in my temp variable, right? So we will again check to his previous element, again check to his previous element in the up to when I will get the either the last element of the array, or I got any element which is smaller than 27, right? So as of now, since this condition satisfies, so what I will do, I will store j plus 1 to a of j. Alright, and j is equal to j minus 1. What this statement do? This will assign a of j, right? A of 0. A of 0 means 56 to a of j plus 1 means 0 plus 1 means a of 1 position, right? Right. So my the location a of 1 is having 56 element, right? And after that I will decrement the value of j. Now again, what happened? My condition is going to check again, right? My current position of j is 0, right? Because here if we see, as of now there is no as such change in my the value of j. So current position as of now is 0, right? After that, once I perform j minus 1, that means 0 minus 1, this will comes as minus 1, right? Now if I check, or if I again iterate my second iteration, it will check this condition, that if temp is smaller than a of j, right? So as of now the temp is having 27, right? J is minus 1. There is no such element present on minus 1 location. Number 1. Number 2, j is greater than or equal to 0. No, the value of j is minus 1. So this condition fails on my second iteration, right? So I will get my proper position of this 27 as of now, right? So what I will do, as of now, since my the position of j is minus 1, after completion of this while loop, right, I will assign what I'm having in temp variable, oops, to j plus 1, right? So the current value of j is minus 1, right? And if I add -1 plus 1, this will come as 0, right? That means I am inserting what I am having in temp variable at 0th position, right? So I am having 27 at my 0th position, right? I'm sorry, 27th on my temp variable. So I will insert that value to my 0th position, right? It's that simple. That's it. I'm done with this insertion sort algorithm as of now, right? This is a simple thing. Let me repeat it again. In insertion sort, first of all, we pick up an element, we store that element into some variable, okay, and we will check if the value what I'm having in this temp variable is smaller than to my previous element or not. If it's smaller than, right, then we will check if the element is the last element of the array or not, right? If this condition satisfies, right, then we move the element which is smaller than I'm sorry, which is greater than what I am having in temp variable to my current position, right? And we go the same iteration again and again up to I get the proper position, right? So this is about the algorithm, and let me write down a program of it, and I will explain the complete this insertion sort, the sorting of every element, right? So you will see if there is any sort of confusion, or if it's not clear as of now even, right? So let me open my compile. Okay, let me start with I'm going to explain the same algorithm what I have explained you here in my program using the same example, right? Okay, so it will be like I need to include my basic header file, right? And then I need to use Kony also, because I want to use CLRS here, right? And then inside this void function I need some variable, right? I need a variable I for my for loop. Oops, it will be like I need a variable j, I need a variable let's say s for sorting and all, and of course I need a temp variable and a of, let's say, an element an array of element 20, right? Now clr sca to clear my screen, and I need an input from my user, right? So enter the total number of elements, right? Means here I am asking the total number of elements in an array, in array, and I will scanf in percentage d comma percent s, right? And after that I will ask user to enter the first element, right? And here I will put it like this, right? So it will print enter first element, enter second element, enter third element, and so on, right? And I will store this value into my array, which start from 0. Obviously array start from 0 only, right? So it will start from 0 and scanf percentage %d comma and %a of I. Alright, so in this way I will store all the elements in my array. So far so good. Now here comes my main logic, what I've explained you. So what's my main logic? First of all, I need a for loop. Okay, for that let me take in for loop. Now since I want to pick my first element, that's why I will initiate this for loop from 1. Okay, so it will be like I is equal to 1, I is smaller than s, and then I plus plus. Alright, and as I said, first of all I will store the value what I'm having at first position to a temp variable. So this will store a of I, right? And see, I need one more variable j to check if I have reached to my last location or not, right? So I need to decrement this value also. Alright, now after that I need to check if the value what I'm having in temp is smaller than to my previous location or previous element or not, right? So inside this I need a while loop which will check if the element which is having in j is just a second, let me complete it. J is greater than or equal to 0, and if this condition satisfies, then we do what? J plus 1 is equal to a of j, and j is equal to j minus 1. That's it. And finally, after this while loop, whatever I am having in temp will be assigned to my j plus 1. Right, yeah, this is the complete logic which starts from here up to here, right? And finally I will print. Team, I will explain the every line, right? So don't worry, let me just complete which is almost complete uh, sorting, after sorting, right? Or I can say after insertion sort. It's almost complete. I'm just writing to print my array. I is smaller than s, and then I plus plus, and then here I am using printf percentage d comma a of I. That's it. Okay, and yeah, I need to write get ch also. Right, so this for loop is for printing my array. Right. Okay, so let me just see if everything is fine. Oops, one error. What was that? Statement missing. Oops, here I need to write like this. Right. Let me see. Yeah. Let me write some value. 56, 27, 321, 1. So I am having 5 elements. So 56 enter 5 elements. Okay. 56 and then 27, 3, and then I think it's 21 and then 1. Okay, 21 and then 1. Okay, problem with the space. Let me write like this. Right, so if I again compile and say 5, 23, 43, 23, or 1 and 2. Okay, so it will print like 1, 2, 23, 23, 43. Right, now see what happened. First of all, in this program I have declared some variable, right? And after clearing the screen, I am asking a user to enter the total number of elements, which is very simple, right? So here let's say user has entered 5, right? And this logic is basically to store the 5 element, right? So in this for loop I will start with 0, and let's say user has given 56 and 27. So a of 0 means a of I means a of 0. So at 0's position it will store what? 56, right? Similarly, as the for loop proceed, we will store all the element like a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, and once I got the value of SS5, this condition fails, and I am having an array which is having a 5 element from 0 to 4, right? Let me write down here. So I have stored an element 56, 27, 3, 21, and then 1. Alright, now after this I have picked up the element which is on my first position, right? Because here the value of I is 1. Okay, so I is equal to 1 here, right? So a of I is a of I means a of 1 is what in my case is 27. So this will assigned to my temp variable. Alright, so the value of temp here is 27, right? So temp is equal to 27 as of now. And then I will decrement the value of j. So the value of j is 0 as of now, right? Because I minus 1, I is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. After that, here is the main logic. We are comparing whatever I am having in the temp is smaller than a of j, means a of the previous element, right? So here my temp is having a of let me write it down just a second. It will be like 27 is smaller than 56 and 0 is greater than or equal to 0, right? This condition satisfies because yes, 27 is smaller than 56 and 0 is equal to 0, right? So my control goes inside this while loop, and here it will check a of j plus 1, which is 0 plus 1, which is 1, is equal to what I am having at 0th position, right? So what it will do, it will stores the value of a of 0, which is 56, right? See here, a of 0, array of 0 is 56 to my this position, right? So this will be like a of 1 is equal to 56, right? And here I am decrementing the value, j is equal to j minus 1, right? Now here the value of j is 0, so 0 minus 1 comes as minus 1, right? Now again, once the control goes again for second iteration, right, this condition fails, right? Because the value of j is minus 1, and once it check and see here I am having AND, that means both these conditions have to satisfy, but this condition fails here, right? So team, I'm very much sure, see we don't have any other further element in this particular case, right, before 56. So this condition is also fails, but I will concentrate on this part also, because this part is going to be play a very key role, right? So my j of the value of j is minus 1, and this condition fails. And after that, once my control comes outside of this for loop, whatever I am having in temp variable, which is as of now is temp is having what? Temp is having 27, will be assigned to j plus 1, right? So this will be like a of j plus 1 means minus 1 plus 1 is equal to temp. Temp is 27. This will come as a of 0 is equal to 27, right? That means the position of 27 is a of 0, right? So after this iteration, I am having an array, or I say a sorted uh, array with phase 1 or pass 1 with this format: 27, 56, 3, 21, and then 1. Alright, so far so good. Now let's go for another iteration, right? uh, Let me remove this, or let me just I will just replace the value, right? Now after this condition, right, the value of I becomes 2 here. Alright, so a of 2 is what? Is 3, right? A of 2 is 3. See, in array we start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So second element is 2, right? Let me mark it here. Now whatever I am having at array of 2, which is 3, I will store into my temp value. Alright, now again the value of I is 2, so the value of j here is 2 minus 1, which is equal to, let me write like this, which is equal to 1, right? And here I will compare the value of a of j means a of 1 means what I'm having at first location, 56, to my temp is what? 3, right? We will check if 56 is greater than 3 or not, and we will check the value of j. The value of j here is 1, right? So we will check if 1 is greater than 0. Yes, so both the condition satisfies, right? That means I will go inside this while loop. Inside this while loop, the value of j, which is 1, will get assigned to j plus 1, means 1 plus 1, which is 2, right? So this will comes at a of 2, which is equal to a of 1, right? So a of 1 is what? 56. So this will get assigned to the position at a of 2, means now 56, let me change the color, will move forward to first position, I'm sorry, second position, 0, 1, 2, right? A of 2 is equal to 56, so this will 0, 1, 2, 2 is 56, right? And 3 is still in my temp variable as of now. And then we will decrement the value of j, so this will comes as 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. Alright, now again I will check if the value of a of 0, a of j, as of now, see, here the value of j is 0, so we will check if a of 0 is greater than temp, means the value at 0, 27 is greater than what I am having in temp, which is 3. Yes, condition satisfies. Hence, it will be check another value also. If 0 is greater than or equal to 0, yes, both conditions satisfies, right? So it will be like 3 is smaller than and equal to is smaller than to a of 0. So a of 0 is 27, right? So it will check if this value is smaller than and 0 is equal to 0. Yes, both conditions satisfies. So it will check or it will assign the value at what position? J plus 1. The value of j is 0. So it will come as 0 plus 1, which is 1. Right? And here the value of j is 0. So whatever I am having at a 0th position will be assigned to my first position. Right? So this will come as a of 1 is equal to 27. Right? So my this 27th position is my first place, right? Team, remember, as of now 3 is still in my temp value, in temp variable, right? We are just checking to the previous element. If the element is greater than my temp variable, then we will assign that value to the next position, because I am just looking the proper position of this value, right? After that, I will again decrement the value of j, right, from 0 to, I'm sorry, earlier it was 0, so 0 minus 1 comes as minus 1, right? Now the value of j is minus 1, right? In my second iteration, again, once this while loop is going to execute, my this conditions fails. J is greater than or equal to 0? No, the value of j is minus 1, right? So this conditions fails, and whatever I am having in my temp value will be assigned to my jth position plus 1, right? So my jth position is minus 1 as of now. I mean, once I am coming out from this while loop, the final value of j is minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. So a of 0 is having my temp value, and temp contains what? 3. So this will be like this, right? That means whatever I am having in temp will be assigned at this place, right? In this way, we will complete the all the arrays element, and we move forward towards up to my last element of this array in backward direction, right? Let's say in case of this element 1, I will compare with this. I will found no my this temp value is smaller than 21. Then I compare this, I will compare this and compare this, and after that I will insert the value 1 at my 0th position, right? In case of 21, I will compare the element with 3, right? But after that, team, okay, let me complete one more iteration. I want to explain this 21 iteration also. It's very interesting, right? uh, okay, now I am done with up to 3. After that, my next iteration is the value of I is 3, right? So this comes as 3. So the value of array of 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 is 21, right? So this comes as 21. So the value of temp is 21 as of now, right? The value of I is 3. So 3 minus 1 comes as 2. Alright. So here I will compare A of j is greater than temp. A of j means A of 2. A of 2 means 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So I will check if what is I am having in temp. Temp is having 21 is smaller than 3, and the value of j is 2 here, right? Okay, so I will check if 21 if is oops, my mistake. I have not written the element after sorting, right? So after sorting it will be like 3, 27, 56, 21, and then 1, right? Because after insertion sort of this phase, right, the value of 3 comes here at 27, and these two elements shifted, right? So 3, 27, 56, 21, and 1, right? Even let me write here, because I want to, you know, mark some arrow and all. So this will be like 3, 27, 56, 21, and then 1. Alright, so it will be like let me check if everything is fine. I is equal to 3, A of 3 is 21, 0, 1, 2, 3, yes, correct. Okay, okay. Now here the temp value, temp is 21. 21 is smaller than A of j. The value of j is 2, right? So 0, 1, 2, which is 56. Okay, so here the value is 56. Alright, and I will check if 2 is greater than 0. So both the conditions satisfies here. Perfect. Right. After that, I will check if A of j plus 1 means 2 plus 1, right, is A of j, which is 2. I will assign whatever I am having at A of j, which is A of 2. Oops. 2, A of 2 plus 1. So what I am doing? I am doing whatever I am having at second place to my third place, means I am shifting 56, let me mark in green, 56 to third position, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? I am shifting my 56 to third position, and I have already stored this 21 in temp variable, right? Now after this I am decrementing the value of j by 1, right? So 2 minus 1 comes as minus 1. Alright, now after that again I will check the value if temp is greater than A of 1, right? So this will comes as the value of A of 1 is 21, right? no, I'm sorry, 27, right? And the value of temp is 21, right? See here. So the comparison would be 21 is smaller than or equal to a of j. The value of j is 1, which is 27. So 21 is smaller than 27. Yes, condition satisfies. Now here the value of j is 1 now. So 1 is greater than 0. Yes. So both the conditions satisfies again, right? That means I need to move this 27 to 56 place, right? That means a j plus 1 is equal to a of j, means a of 1 plus 1 will be having the value what I am having at first location, right? So at second position I will be having my first element. So at second position, which is 56, I'm having my first element. So 27 will move at this place. So far so good. Okay, so this will be second is my 27. After that I will decrement the value of j by 1 more, right? So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0 now, right? Now again, once I go for another loop, it will check the value a of 0, right, is greater than 10. So a of 0 is 3, is greater than 21. No, right? So the condition would be like, or I can say if temp is smaller than a 3, no, condition won't satisfy. And here it's checking 0 is greater than or equal to 0. See, this condition satisfied, but my 21 is smaller than 3 conditions fails, right? So my control is not going inside this while loop, right? That means it will comes here, right? So as of now the value of j is what? 0. See here, right? So it will comes as not minus 1, it will comes as 0, means a of 0 plus 1 means a of 1 is having whatever I am having in temp, which is 21, right? So the 0th position is 21, means now I'm sorry, my first position, see, oops, see, 0 plus 1 is 1, right? So at first position the value should be 21, right? That means this 21 will be get inserted at here, right? And 27 what is already located at this place is already been shifted to my next place. So this place is empty and I have put my 21 at this place, means at first position. Alright, so in this way my complete array will be get sorted using the insertion sort. Team, we have seen we are having a lot of insertion here, right? And that's the reason why is it called as a insertion sort. Right, in case of my last element 1, it will compare with every element, and finally my j condition goes -1 and 21 goes here. Let me write down that also quickly. This will be like oops, it will be like after sorting it will be like 21 and then 27 then 50 sorry 56 and then 1. Alright, so in this case now it's very simple. It will be one is assigned in temp variable and will compare to this if the same condition, if my temp is smaller than a of j, yes, so 56 uh, moved to my first the location where my first element is been placed, which is this place 0 1 2 3 fourth place, and again this will be compared with 27, again is satisfied, 27 will move here, this will compare with 21, yes it's satisfied, it will move here, again it will compare with my this element, yes it's again satisfy, it will move here, and once it will the value of j goes decremented further, my this condition fails and whatever I am having in this temp value will be get assigned to this place, right? And after that I am having my sorted element of array of element which will be like 1 3 21 27 and 56. All right, so Tim, this is about the basic logic about this insertion sort, how it's been sorted, and here I am just printing my whatever I am having in this array a of I, right? So I am just executing the for loop up to my s. S is what? The total number of element which is being inserted by the user, right? So in my case, if it's 5, so this will get executed up to my 0 to 4, right? And print all the value what is having in this array, right, from 0 to 4, right? So if I execute this, oops, why is coming array? Oh, okay, comment required. So if I write enter 5 elements, which is 56 27 3 21 and 1, 56 27 3 21 and then 1. So after sorting it will be, oops, I have written 21 two times, okay, 1 3 21 21 and 56, right, which is correct. Alright team, so in this way we have completed my our insertion sort. In case you have any issue or any doubt, please feel free to ask me. You can mail me your queries, right? You can also send any sort of other method if you need, if you want, or if you have you want to share with us, right? You can send me that also, and I will send you this complete video along with this program and this image also on your mail, right? Okay team, thanks for watching and take care, bye bye.